amazing. Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander Olson. Please now welcome to the stage Lieutenant General Mark Ediger, Surgeon General of the United States Air Force, who will introduce you to tonight's Air Force Hero of Military Medicine honoree. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General Ediger.
Well, good evening. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce to you the Air Force honoree tonight, Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Ben Mitchell. Ben is an emergency medicine physician and an Air Force flight surgeon. He is part of our Air Force Special Operations Command, and he leads a Special Operations surgical team. And so the team that Ben leads is embedded at the University of Alabama, Birmingham, where they work day-to-day in a very busy and a very fine trauma center, providing care day-to-day, but also one of our most frequently deployed teams. And so the team that Ben has led deployed frequently, and the most recent deployment was last fall, and they deployed to a nation in the Middle East that was torn by civil war. And they deployed in support of special operations in the area. But by virtue of being in the vicinity of an unfolding human tragedy, many of the patients that they supported were actually local civilian population, including children. And so during a period of approximately 7 weeks during that deployment, operating out of a building of opportunity, which was an abandoned house, they set up their surgical resuscitation equipment and capability that they carried in. And they performed over 400 trauma evaluations over 7 weeks, including 141 gunshot wounds, 270 blast injuries, and ended up doing over 120 trauma resuscitations. The local health system was completely overwhelmed by the unfolding situation, and so the people they treated who were part of the local populace were truly saved and would have had no other options for survival if not for the work of Ben and his team. During that same deployment, they actually broke new ground in trauma medicine by using a technique outside the hospital that had never been tried outside of a hospital setting, and that was use of an intra-aortic balloon to actually stop hemorrhage and successfully resuscitate major hemorrhage from within the thorax and abdomen, and successfully used that in 4 cases, which has now been reported in a trauma medicine journal as a successful technique. So Ben and his team have done extraordinary work, including humanitarian assistance. They've also deployed on a humanitarian assistance mission to Guatemala and other countries. And so I'm honored to present Ben to you on behalf of General David Goldfein, the Chief of Staff of the Air Force, but also Lieutenant General Brad Webb, who is the commander of our Air Force Special Operations Command, both who have taken special note of Ben's accomplishments and his leadership to his team and their extraordinary work under very, very difficult circumstances. Ben's commanders say of him that he is a selfless leader. He's also a skilled, resourceful, and innovative physician. And they also say that he is never satisfied with the status quo, and he has more than proven that by the work he has led his team to do in a variety of very challenging scenarios. So it is my honor to present to you Lieutenant Colonel Ben Mitchell.
First, I'd like to thank the foundation and all the supporters here tonight. Taking care of military members is something I'm very passionate about, so thank you for all your support. I'd like to thank my family for their love and support throughout the years. Dad, thanks for giving me a sense of adventure. Mom, thanks for always bolstering my self-confidence when I was young. When I got home from our last deployment, General Webb, the AFSOC commander, asked my team to come down and wanted to sit down with us and see some pictures and hear our story. When he found out I got this award, he sent me an email and he said, "I think this is some of the recognition that you and your team deserved." And I sent him an email back and I said, "Sir, you hit the nail on the head. It was me and my team. I've been lucky to have amazing teammates throughout my Air Force career, and especially so in this last deployment. Lastly, I'd like to thank my wife. Your love and support enables me to do this job and to serve our military members. So you share as much in this award as I do. And I'm excited for the next two big adventures in our life. So I love you. Thank you."